7 worst fires in the Philippines. 7. Ozone Disco in 1996.
Gabi bayan, sinimulan ngayon ng Quezon City Government at ng mga ahensya ng pamahalaan ng malawakang investigasyon sa malagim na sunog na naganap sa Ozone Disco sa may Timog Avenue, Quezon City.
Out of 350 clubbers and 40 employers in Ozone Disco that night, 162 people were killed in the fire and over 90 people sustained injuries. 6. A wig factory in Marikina in 1975. In just 3 hours, 42 people died while 79 sustained major injuries. The fire started in the first floor of the factory. Because of the highly flammable materials, it quickly spread to the upper floors. Most workers were trapped because the fire exits are already consumed by fire. 5. Bahay Kalinga Orphanage Fire in 1998. On December 4, 1998, a fire broke out at the Bahay Kalinga Orphanage in Paco, Manila, caused by faulty electric wiring. Out of 70 people who were inside the establishment that night, 28 died. Most of them are orphans. 4. Manor Hotel 2001. The Manor Hotel in Quezon City had over 170 people staying throughout its 6 floors on August 18, 2001. A total of 75 people died and 35 more were injured. 3. Kentex Sleeper Manufacturing Fire in 2015. On May 13, 2015, a factory that produced sleepers caught fire when welding sparks ignited chemicals that were unfortunately stored near the entrance of the factory. It took 5 hours before the fire was completely put out. By then, 74 people had died. Most of them were badly burnt and is reduced charred skulls and bones.
Namatay ang 72 katao nang masunog ang pabrika ng tsinelas ng Kentex sa Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela noong ika-13 ng Mayo. Matapos ang trahedya, lumutang sa mga investigasyon ang mga paglabag ng Kentex sa Fire Code at Labor Code.
2. In CCC Mall Fire on 2017.
Mahigit isang araw nang nasusunog ang malaking bahagi ng isang mall sa Matina, Davao City. 37 call center agents po ang unang iniulat na natrap sa gusali.
Bandang alas 9 kahapon ng umaga, ilang minuto bago magbukas ang NCCC Mall, napansin ang usok mula sa gusali. Naririnig ng mga bumbero ang boses ng mga na-trap, pero hirap sila sa pag-rescue dahil nasa 4th floor ang mga
2 days before Christmas, a season where most Pinoys go to the mall for shopping. A fire engulfed the 14-year-old NCCC Mall in Davao. The fire started in a short circuit at the ceiling of the sections of fabric and furniture. The fire went on for 32 hours, killing 78 workers. Most of them were call center agents whose office was located on the 4th floor. 1. MV Doña Paz in 1987. A reported of 4,000 passengers died and is the worst peacetime maritime disaster.
In just 2 minutes, a fire can be life-threatening. In 5 minutes, a residence can be engulfed in flames. Remember, fire is fast, fire is hot, fire is dark, and also fire is deadly. So now, let us know what is fire, the stages of fire, and also the classification of fire based.
So hi, good day. In this video, I'm going to discuss about fire. Okay, so fire. What is fire? So fire is the visible effect of the process of combustion, and fire is a special type of chemical reaction. It occurs between oxygen in the air and some sort of fuels. Okay, so what is combustion actually? So combustion is when fuel reacts with oxygen to release heat energy. And combustion can be slow or fast depending on the amount of oxygen available, right? And next is, what are the stages of fire? Okay, so there are 4 stages of fire. So first is the incipient. So in this stage, so the fire begins when heat, oxygen and fuel source combine and have a chemical reaction resulting in fire. So that's it. And this is also known as ignition, and is usually represented by a very small fire which often goes out on its own. And before the following stages are reached, so recognizing a fire in this stage provides your best chance at suppression or escape. Okay, so the second stage is the growth. So in this stage where the structures of fire, load and oxygen are used as fuel for the fire, there are numerous factors affecting the growth stage, including where the fire started, what combustibles are near to it, the height of the ceiling, and the potential for thermal layering. So, and it is during this shortest of the 4 stages when deadly flashover can occur, potentially trapping, injuring, or killing firefighters. And next is the third one, which is the fully developed. And in this stage, this is actually when the growth stage has reached its max and all the combustible materials have been ignited. So a fire is considered fully developed. This is the highest phase of a fire and the most dangerous for anybody who will be trapped within. Okay, and the fourth stage is the decay. And usually the longest stage of fire, the decay stage, is characterized as significant decrease in oxygen or fuel, putting an end to the fire. And 2 common dangers during this stage are, first, so the existence of non-flaming combustibles, when can potentially start a new fire if not fully extinguished or it's not fully stopped. And the second is the danger of a backdraft when oxygen is reintroduced to a volatile confined space.
Classification of fire based on causes. There are 3 classifications: the natural causes, the accidental, and the intentional causes. First, the natural causes, such as spontaneous heating, lightning, radiation of sunlight. Second is the accidental causes, such as electrical accidents in the form of short circuit, arcing, sparkling, induced current, overheating of electrical appliances. And the third one is the intentional causes. More prevention tips. Never use a stove range or oven to heat your home. Second, keep combustible and flammable liquids away from heat sources. Third, portable generators should never be used indoors and should only be refueled outdoors and in well-ventilated areas. More prevention tips. Never use a stove range or oven to heat your home. Second, keep combustible and flammable liquids away from heat sources. Third, portable generators should never be used indoors and should only be refueled outdoors and in well-ventilated areas.